I'm going to show you how to make a cylinder pop up out of a card. I noticed that the tutorials online and the books that I've been looking at still show kind of a hard way. I think my way is still the simplest, and that's to use these square stands that I've been showing you all along. So I provided a link for you to view my other videos on how to make the square stands. The other suggestion I have is when you're making a pop-up that has a curve like a cylinder or a cone, you should use a soft paper like construction paper or printer paper, mostly because the shape of the pop-up demands a lot of the glue and the paper, and the paper has to be able to bounce back to that shape. If you use a stiff paper like construction paper, cardstock or index card paper, it holds the shape, but it doesn't bounce back. So a softer paper, a lightweight paper is better. So again, about the glue, I'm going to use a hot glue gun because even though I hate them, it dries really fast and it's also really strong. So I suggest you use a strong glue. Okay, so here I'm going to show you the really quick way to do it if you don't care about the size of the cylinder. So I'm just going to take a square stand, any size square stand, and I'm going to glue the two pieces together. Later in the video I'll show you how to make a specific size cylinder pop-up. So you glue them together, and right where they meet you're going to glue that to the card, right where the fold of the card is. So just glue up the bottom of the stand and glue it to the card. It's important that it meets right where that fold is because that's what allows for the pop-up. So then you just glue up one side of the stand and you attach your rectangular piece of paper to it. At this point, it's what you think it is. You're just going to wrap it around the stand. I do suggest that you put glue on the other side of the stand, mostly because when you fold the card shut, you don't want the cylinder to slide off of the stand. You want it to be secure to the stand, and that way the pop-up motion can work really well. So you just shape your cylinder all the way around and you glue it shut. After it's shut, you can fold it flat. You can fold the card flat and make your decisions on, how tall you want that cylinder to be. You can see that after you fold it flat, it'll pop right back up to its shape. And I'm just going to cut it off at the top. It's up to you what you want to do with the height. Okay, so on this next part, I'm going to talk about a specific size cylinder that you want your design to have. So let's say I wanted to use this cylinder, and I've already pre-made it, and it comes out to about 5.5 centimeters. So the math on that is since the diameter is 5.5 centimeters, divided by 2 is the radius, 2.75, and multiplied by 4 is 11 centimeters. So it's multiplied by 4 because I'm making a square stand, and all four sides of a square are equal. So to make the stand, you take an index card or cardstock and you fold the bottom up about a half an inch, and then you make your marks at 11 centimeters and cut that out. I'm doing this really fast because I've covered it in previous videos on how to make a square stand and how to measure them out. So please review those videos if you haven't already. I don't want to bore you with exactly the same information on all my videos, so I'll just refer back when I can. This is now 2.75 centimeters on all four sides of the square. So I just cut off 2 pieces of that stand, and then I'm going to follow the same directions that I did earlier where I glue them together, and then I glue them to the card right where the fold of the card is. The 2 stands where they meet, that's where it'll be glued on. So you'll notice right after I glue this on, I'll slip this cylinder onto it, and you see that the stands really are custom made for this size cylinder. So you can make stands for any size cylinder that you want to make. So there it is. So just like the other one earlier, I still suggest that you glue up both sides of the stand so that the cylinder doesn't slip off when you close the card. So just slip your cylinder onto the stand and then to secure them to the card itself. When you fold it flat, you'll see that it'll pop right back up to the cylinder shape.